Hello, my name is Stephen Tyrone Cuffey. I'm one of the voices of TBC, and this is my TBC 586 live broadcast. Now, folks, it's a pleasure to be with you for another broadcast. And folks, this is a grand time as it's now May 1st. Now, I'm also one of the two main ambassadors of goodwill, our brother Mbe. We want to keep our brother Mbe in prayer as he currently, in my understanding, under admin said he's suffering with some malaria right now in his country. Now, when I was over there, it was a requirement from the Passport Health over here, and also they required over there in Cameron that I, as an American, make sure that I get a vaccine for yellow fever. That's a lifetime vaccine, and I had to get a prescription of these called malaria pills that I started taking before I even got there, and then I proceeded to take them the whole time I was there. Now, because I was stuck over there for a lot longer, like 29 days versus 2 weeks, I kind of skipped a few days, near the end of it to make sure it was into my body the way it should have been. Because if I had did it every day at the end, I would have ran out. Now, and I would not have nothing to replenish it either. So, but thank God, because there was a few times I can say that I've heard mosquitoes in my hotel room. I can hear them sing around my head. For some reason, they just never bite me, because historically, I don't normally get bitten by mosquitoes. And as I got older, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my chemistry of my body, but other members of my family is quite different. Okay, they like filet mignon with them, and that's a meal, But but we want to pray for our brother, our other ambassador, Mr. Mbe Derek. He's got a high fever, in my understanding. I know his wife is taking care of him, as well as other members of the family and pastors, I understand, has come by to see him. So I don't know if he's home or he's back in the hospital, because I know he was in the hospital about a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know whether he's home or not, but I pray that he's okay, because it would hurt my heart to see something serious happen to my brother. And we are very, 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 very close, very, very good friends. Okay? But again, I'm one of the voices of TBC. I'm one of the leaders of TBC, of course, and most people in the world know who I am. Okay, and I've been personally in the Bean Coin since February 2017. How I found out about TBC was I was watching a lady who's no longer in TBC now, but I was watching a video she had on YouTube. And she's an online marketer, and I just didn't, I was impressed what I saw. But I started just basically watching things. I just basically started watching, just studying different things, and just follow the system. And then then a year later, in April 2018, around March, around the latter part of March 2018, they start doing this broadcasting. Now, mind you, I didn't do broadcasting. I wasn't doing live broadcasting when I started. I basically did about 6 or 7 for a whole week I recorded them on another application that I have here. But when I started to do it live, I was shocked that what happened. Something I didn't totally expect was that our dear admin put my first one up on the blog, and then had underneath it described, this is how a broadcast should be done. Now, there's different ways to do one. You don't have to do a long drawn out. I've had long broadcasts, short broadcasts, whatever. But you want to just talk about your experiences. You want to talk about your challenges. You want to talk about the positive. Be positive in your thing. Don't talk against TBC. We're not here to bash our great bean corn. So when you're doing broadcasts, you want to make sure you're doing that. Now, this is not what I want to talk about today, but I just want to talk about, if you want to be a broadcast, it could be 15 minutes, it could be 20 minutes. Okay? You know, it could be 20. Just when you come in, please mute yourself, just like you do when you're on admin. Come in and mute yourself, okay? Or I'll just mute you. But when you come in, just introduce yourself, like I did, you know, and I did. And this is recording, and just tell a little bit about yourself, about the Billion Coin. This is a grand opportunity for all of us. We're as I stated yesterday, we're moving into a new era because we have now this rotator. Now this rotator started off with maybe $3 and maybe 50 cents worth of Bitcoin. Okay, may not be enough where you can even withdraw yet, because I believe you got to have a certain amount to withdraw. That's okay, because as we grow the community, our 111,111 mass adopted team, as we grow the community, the rotator will kick out more and more Bitcoin each and every month. So as admin said this morning, we are one of admin, so it's up to us to build the community, okay? It's up to us. Now, what I'm gonna do, something I've done before, I'm gonna talk about something that's really important to all of us. And I'm gonna share my screen. Oh, let me see, let me do this first. Make sure I got it up. Okay. Screen. All right, and I'm gonna scroll down here to this mature TBC community structure. Now, our mass adopted team, as you know, composed of the first 6 lines out of 7. Okay, the first 6 lines. So it goes all the way down to this 100,000. But our golden number is 111,100. Now, I cried out to everyone yesterday to make an assertive effort. I don't know if everybody did, but they should have. If they need to be paying before their day is out on your country, if you want to get 30 TBC coins, you may want to pay your admin fee as soon as possible. Okay? I highly recommend it. Folks, if you're gonna call yourself an admin, then you got to do what admin would do. You would do what a leader would do. You do what MBA would do what I would do. We always pay our admin fee on the beginning of the month. And you know you can pay it by Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, or you can buy buck payment, at least 2 buck payments, which is going to be around roughly about 16 grains of gold, which is roughly about 56 or 57 US dollars, depending on what the price of Bitcoin is. But once you buy it some days before first, what's going to happen is this. When you put the credit in, when you actually apply the credit, it's going to be instant. It's very fast. So I like the bulk credit system. Okay. Now yesterday I showed people, if they didn't know how to do it, and admin showed people to this morning. But folks, use the blog as your main tool. It tells you pretty much everything you need to know. Because admin already put these things in it. See, the problem with most of our TBCNs, they refuse to read. They just won't read it. Not realizing that you're really only hurting yourselves. Then you want admin to explain it to you. No, come on, we're grown people. We're grown folks, okay? We're not like little kids in a classroom. The only training we get from admin is what admin wants to give us. Because the training already provided is already in your blog. And I'm talking about the public blog that we started from at blog.thebillioncoin.info, and also back here. So if you go right here, new private blog, let's click on that and it'll launch. Okay? But what's important that we as individuals, as admin of TBC, we have to behave like admin of TBC. Again, we have to behave like admin. So it takes the right mindset to do exactly that. If we don't have the right mindset, we can't sit back and complain every day. We got to move forward. Admin is so ready to take us forward, but what's happening? People are holding the whole system up. What's going to happen? People are going to filter in regarding the face recognition system. They're still tweaking it, as admin said this morning, early this morning. They'll be doing it probably another 30, maybe 60 days. But should that stop you from moving forward, from building this community? No. So if we don't see what I said yesterday, paying the admin fee now should be an afterthought for most everybody on the master adoption team, particularly Team A. It should be an afterthought. You shouldn't be thinking about it. You should be thinking about now finding 2 people for next month for June 1st. Sign up 2 people. That's what you need to be focused on. So if you want this rotator to be a great compensation tool for you, then we have to build and build and build. I haven't said it. He wants to be 1 billion members by the end of this year. He said this morning he wants to see us making $500,000 in Bitcoin by June or July of next year. It's very doable, folks. Admin has done the math. And math doesn't lie, folks. If you add 2 plus 2 is 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. You know what I mean, right? Spider, mute. Okay, good. Mute yourself when you come in. Thank you. So like I said before, folks, we have to behave like admin behaves. Admin is paying a lot of Bitcoin out to his staff. We got to prepare ourselves for the future. And I know the majority of our master adoption team is not there yet. But don't believe you cannot do it. You can do it. Okay? So folks, this first 6 lines here is what we got to focus on building. Okay? We got to continue to build. I mean, we have this right here, I'm saying we got 100,000, but we got to keep building. With this 100,000, it is our job to build. You can't rely on the inactive people in TBC, folks. The other 3 million or so. Okay? Can you imagine if all the 3.6 million was all active? Can you imagine we'll probably been in 1 billion members by now. Okay? So folks, I'm not going to spend a lot of time with you today. I just want to talk about preparing yourself mentally for the goal that we're trying to achieve, our mission to 1 billion members. Prepare yourself and open your mind and your heart to the training admin gives to you. I've said this so many times, folks, so many times in my broadcast. Prepare yourself for admin's admin said something about what he said about the merchants. He wants to have millions of merchants, about 50 million by Christmas time, folks. So you know he's got some really great training coming. And he says it's going to be in your back office too, eventually too. So that's even better, right? So be prepared for the training you're about to receive. Most of us that I see here today are usually at the training early in the, it's 3 o'clock. Get this, folks. I get up 3 o'clock in the morning just to go to that training. I cut my sleep because it's really not a good time for me in my country. But I said, okay, if I call myself a leader and I'm an ambassador of TBC, Goodwill, I can't allow myself to miss the training. So I try to come to every training. I try my best. Okay? So let us make sure that we're working collectively Let us make sure we are unified in this whole effort of this mass adopted team, making sure that we as one. We are as one in this whole deal. Okay. Don't listen to any negativity of anyone out there. Don't even bring it up to TBC, to any leader. Just omit it. If someone talked to you negative, you've dealt with them, then focus on the business at hand. Okay? All right, folks, I'm going to come out of this now. And anybody here got any questions about anything? Got anything to say? Everybody's okay? We got Popular Guinea. We got different people from different parts of the oh, that's Mr. Tarusa Tendi. How you doing, Mr. Tendi? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing fine. Good evening, sir. From this side.
I'm so glad that you're here today, brother.
Thank you very much, my ambassador.
Yeah, I just was talking about having the right mindset for what we're about to achieve in TBC, and making sure that we are focusing on building.
Yeah. Of course, that's a very great topic, and it's full of energy. And in our community right now, that is actually what is the motive in the house. That energy. It's very important that each and every one of us should look into what we are stepping into. It's not just about you thinking that the community is always going to run towards the same way in which you know it before. Things change is constant. And we can see that even in terms of technological advancement, we are changing, and the change in which we are having, it's something positive and it's helping us. Okay, it's something that will help us. Okay, you could just imagine, I know a lot of people are really not having the clarity to the extent in which it's supposed to be in the terms of this facial recognition system. Come on, let's think of it this way. The rotator program that was launched today, let's take for instance, it got to a time in which people have up to $1,000 or $1,000,000 right in your back office as a mass adoption team member. As you're placed on the rotator, and then you just woke up just morning only to find out that someone who has your password and everything got into your account and then did away with the money. Come on, what are you going to say to the rest members of the mass adoption team that are expecting you to have a return in terms of what? Making something that we actually help TBC grow, or putting out something which is nice, in which we help us, to go on with the mission in which we are actually out here to eradicate global poverty and to bring about love and respect. And all these things also need what? They need financing, they need funding. So it will not really be a nice thing to even you and also to us as your fellow mass adoption team members. And it will kind of shatter away the trust in which this system has in you. Because it will not just be something that someone will just easily believe that your account was hacked and someone just did away with the money. So to avoid all of these things, all we need is to try and understand that what the software is still on development. Okay, they are still developing this software to a standard in which it will fit each and every of our devices, so that from months to now, in months time, no one will be having issues in terms of maybe finding it difficult to log in on your PC or even on your mobile phone or different kind of devices you choose to log in. And these are sign of what changes in which we are expecting, in which they will surely come. So the stress we are going through right now is giving us the instinct to know that whatsoever. Uh-oh.
Go ahead, right. Cindy.
So the experiences we are having right now should give us the mindset to understand that what at the beginning of everything is not always going to be that nice and that soft or that easy. Sometimes it's going to be hard in as far as what you want to do is something great. Because the facial recognition system is the great and best security anyone can have. So let us
Mhm.
look into better days ahead. Now, talking about the rotator program in which was launched today,
Mhm.
people need to see to whatever you are receiving today, it doesn't matter. Okay, I received mine today and I really, you can withdraw it because what? It needs to get to a certain number. It doesn't matter.
It
Why?
doesn't
Because this
matter.
is the
Mm-mm.
beginning. This is the beginning. So you can't just expect the beginning to be just, for instance, like right now you're building your house and you're still
Mhm.
in the foundation, and then
That's
you want
right.
to put in your flat screen TV and your fan, right? Like really, you bring your family into such a structure? It's not done that way. So we have to take it at the pace at which we are
Mhm.
actually taking it.
Mhm.
So let us understand that we are on the right path and we are moving steadily. And all of these issues you are having or I am having on our account and on our system, they are all signs of great development.
Mhm.
They are all signs of great development
We're
because
going through a
you
growth process.
yeah, sure. Because there must be disruption. There must be disruption. There
Mhm.
must be disruption in the system to make it best and better.
Mhm.
So, come on,
Mhm.
people, let us wake up, and it is time for you to also make your individual effort towards sorting out some of the issues or difficulties we are facing in terms of our individual accounts. And once you find out a way to help out in solving a particular technical issue, you can as well help the other person that is coming to you for help or crying for help. With that, we will reduce the rate at which we are bucking in the system in terms of like creating support and all of that. So if you are yet to be in the TBC Payday Rally Group, it is the best time for you to come in because in there you have both the technical which is the star lords that are helping out with technical issues on facial recognition system enrollment and also some password error and logging in issues.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
aside from that, people should
Mhm.
understand that in this same group, other TBCians are in there, like the likes of Team A's
Mhm.
members are actually
Mhm.
helping out in solving all of some of these technical issues. So this tells us that at this time, we need to help each other. When you help a brother rise, then you also rise even better.
That's
And
right.
this will make our system even better. Now, because they say charity begins at home, and therefore we need to help each other among ourselves. We need to help each other, and this will cultivate a very good habit that will help us to grow with good way of development. Thank you very much,
Oh
my
God,
ambassador.
you made some. That's why I love when you speak because you make some great points. It's about lifting each other up, folks. Letting know, realizing we having challenges along the way, but it's all about building. It's like building a house, So let's prepare for it. Let's prepare ourselves. Right now, this is kind of the beginning of the really beginning of our going forward as our master Dr. team. So get ready, folks. Get ready. All right. Anybody else want to say anything before we close for today? Just unmute yourself if you got anything to say. If not, we're going to go ahead and close for today. I don't want to take a lot of y'all time there because I know it's late in parts of Africa and maybe early morning for Papua New Guinea. And I know Mr. Simone, I know you're doing real well in your broadcast um, as well as all the other people that's here that may be broadcasters. But just like I said, I appreciate everyone that's supporting me. Like I said, please pray for our dear admin. Um, look like Julie got her hand up. Let me see here. Let me look in the chat area. Julie, you got a
Hi,
question?
Hi, sir. I just have only one thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I love attending your meeting. I wake up early in the morning at 4 a.m. just to attend your meeting, your
Oh,
training.
thank you so
I
much. Thank you. Thank you so much
Yes,
for doing that for that. Because the
yeah.
people
Thank
just
you.
like I get up 3 o'clock in the morning for admin's training. You committing yourself to the whole cause of moving forward. So thank you so much.
Welcome. Okay. I just want to say a little on what our brother said earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's everybody that I go on the Zoom meeting when Mr. Edmund is talking.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it seems like everybody is talking about their face verification.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I don't think this is a big problem because The important thing is we have to pay our admin fee as
Mhm.
um,
Mhm.
TBC
Mhm.
told us what to do. So we have to be committed to pay our admin fee monthly,
Mhm.
and then whatever that comes after this regarding face verification or um, Bitcoin bounty or what, because I believe and I trust in TBC because they're not gonna fail us. As long
Mhm.
as
Mhm.
we're committed and we're paying our monthly fee,
Mhm.
everything will be fine because, like our brother said, it's just like building a new home.
That's
So
right.
everything
Mhm.
has its process.
We got to
So
have a
we have
strong
to be,
foundation, right?
yes,
Mhm.
and we have to be patient, and prayer is the key to everything. So as everything goes on, we pray about it and we support each other instead of
Mhm.
complaining. And I mean,
Right.
the more you
Right.
complain, it's like you're falling back, and
Yes.
your
Mhm.
mindset is not right when you complain, because everything that comes out from your mind and how you talk by your action, it's your mindset. When your
Right.
mindset is right,
Mhm.
your actions and the way you speak, it will be it will show
Right.
clear.
And how it
So
affects people too. How it affects people when you say things. You know.
yes, and as a TBC member, we are leading by example. So how we
Mhm.
talk, even
Mhm. Mhm.
things are not right, but we have to be confident and we have to show others that everything will be fine. Yeah, that's it.
Correct.
Uh,
You're so right
yeah,
about
that's
that.
all.
So right, because we're
Yes.
about love and
Thank
respect in
you.
TBC. Yes.
Yes. Thank you, sir. I think that's all about it. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. And they were very positive words. You're right on point. What you said, right on point. You know, we tend to focus on the complaints and a lot of times and what things are not going right. You know, folks, whether you may not realize it or not,
Yes.
we've come a long ways in TBC from when we started. Folks, if y'all were back in
Yes.
the days when I got started and all that, and we had, like Admin said yesterday, at least 3 times TBC was almost gone. They were hitting us so hard with the discounting our coin like crazy. But praise God, we don't,
Yes.
we
And
go ahead. Hmm.
Um, sorry, sir. Just one last thing to say.
Hmm.
As for me, I am from Papua New Guinea. I was in Philippines in 2016. For I had to do something, so I was in Philippines in 2016. So when I was there, I was in a hotel, and I I don't know anybody there. I when I came out, I came out to do some thing on my laptop. I was at the lobby, and a Filipino lady came sitting next to me, and she greet me. I love Filipinos because they are very open-minded people. They love people. They like greeting each other.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
I don't know where, but we just talked as if we know each other for so long.
Hmm.
She's an elderly lady,
Hmm.
and we talked for like nearly 1 hour, and she introduced me to TBC. So that was in 2016 in September. I can still remember. It's still fresh on my mind.
Oh, that was a while back.
So
Wow.
yeah, in 2016, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So she
Hmm.
introduced me to TBC and she told me everything about the billion coin and so on. And that time, I don't know what TBC, I don't know all about cryptocurrency,
Yeah,
whatever it
right.
is.
That was new
I
to
don't
you then.
know,
Hmm.
yes. So
Hmm.
in my country, we don't know anything about cryptocurrency. So I just sat there listening to her. And then she told me that I can give you my email, everything. When you go back to your country, you contact me and I will help you to
Hmm.
get registered.
Hmm.
So that's how I knew about the billion coin TBC. Uh,
Oh,
a
okay.
Filipino
Okay.
lady introduced it to me, and I am so grateful because without her, I wouldn't know anything about TBC to this day. So
Hmm.
I lost the contact. I don't know where she is, but the last time I went into my phone and I was watching YouTube, Philippine YouTube, and I saw her. She's a fat lady. Her name is Mama Lucy. I call her Mama Lucy, and I wish to um, meet her again one more time. So I'm planning to do that. So
Okay.
I will be, yes. So she's the one who introduced TBC to me. Yeah.
Is she still
So
involved in it?
I'm sorry.
Is she still involved in the Being Corn TBC?
Yes, I went on Philippine YouTube and I saw her. I saw her at a meeting. I
Okay,
watch her
I'm
on
talking about
YouTube.
she's still involved with it now. Do you know of?
Yes, yes. Her
Okay,
name is
good.
Lucy. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
she's a fat lady. Yeah. So
Hmm.
I'm so grateful about her. She's the one that introduced TBC to me. I
Okay,
love
great.
Filipino people. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
So you've been in TBC since then? Were you in TBC then? You signed up? Or you
Yes.
signed up later?
Yes. Yes. In 2016.
Oh, great. That's wow. You've been in a while.
Yes.
Wow. Do you remember what
But
month it was? Do you remember what? Do you remember what? Do you remember what month it was?
sorry, come again,
Do
sir.
you know what month in 2016?
Um, no, no. But
Okay.
then
Okay.
when I registered, but then my phone got lost and something went wrong with my account.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I registered again,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, I
Okay.
re-registered again.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for all your support, and thank you for hanging there with. So you're doing the right thing. You come to the. I'm not saying you can come to anyone because we got some leaders here like Mr. Simone. He does great broadcasts too. Now I, I support him, but I don't understand his language because he speaks in Bangladesh because he lives in Italy, but he speaks in Bangladesh. But I support my Bangladesh community as much as I can. But thank you so much for coming to support me like you do, and everyone that's here, and those that had to leave that was here. Thank you for them. Thank you for everyone that's here today, and I'll be back tomorrow around the same time, folks. If nothing
Thank
happens, I'll be back. So thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate it, and everyone here. Okay.
thank you.
All righty.
Welcome.
Okay. Okay. So you want to say something, sir? We're just saying goodbye. Okay. All right. Bye, bye, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today and joining us. And hopefully we'll come back tomorrow. Okay. All right. Bye, bye, everybody.